It's been 13 years. I think I would know if I didn't have ADHD, babe. Hi. What is up, society? Can y'all tell that I'm excited? I miss you guys so very much. I hope you guys missed me. I know if y'all read that title, you know we're going to be doing some ADHD chats. Okay, while I build this puzzle, I'm going to be trying to get through this video in 10 tangents or less. But good luck with that. We'll see. But I have built this puzzle before, so we're going to be doing it again because, baby, why not? And so, yeah, I'm not going to hold us on for any longer because I know that I've been gone far too long. So let's just get right into the video. Y'all know I gotta have the Wi-Fi on and activated. I just hope that this is big enough. Truly I do. Because these some big ass pieces. Oh no. But I'm gonna get myself together. Gonna find myself. Is that even the words? I'm gonna try to make my little piles. I'm probably making some little piles so I can basically separate it and then I'll be back. But I want to basically talk about, got my first piece. Bam! I wanted to talk about a couple of things, actually. I got my little listiana over there because, you know, gotta make lists. First things first, I want to talk about like how ADHD is not a trend. I feel like it's so strange to me, like what people find trendy. Like, not every single person who like exhibits neurodivergent traits, I guess you could say, is a neurodivergent. Like, just because you have anxiety doesn't mean that you're a neurodivergent. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't mean that you have ADHD. It could just mean that you just got anxiety, bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know. And like, I feel like a lot of people are starting to use the ADHD crutch too as like a reason for their bad behaviors or whatever. And it's just like, dude, it is so disrespectful to the people who deal with this and go through this on a day-to-day basis for you to be going out and lying about rather if you have ADHD or not. And it's just like, bro, just stick to what the fuck you want to do. Like, it's like now that it's become trendy, now everybody wants to be a fucking neurodivergent. And it's just like, what are you getting out of that? Like, what are you succeeding in out of that? Like, I don't, maybe it's not for me to understand. I don't know, but like, it's just so weird. Piece number 3, baby, period. And it's like, we have real everyday struggles. And don't get me wrong, I don't mind being a neurodivergent. I love being a neurodivergent. Actually, I'm able to see the world in a different lens than most people, and understand the world in a different way, especially because I'm an empath, which is, you know, a blessing and a curse sometimes. But like, I don't like how people just make it seem like ADHD is like this quirky, fun, little trinky little thing. Like, she's so quirky, she's so cutesy, she's da da da. And don't get me wrong, she is quirky, she is cutesy, she is adorable sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Until you are having a mental breakdown because you forgot to grab something from the house and you're already 20 minutes away. Until you have to go outside and you think that a task is going to be so small and simple just for it to turn into a 30-minute phone call with 14 transfers. Like, you know, when you have to write everything down and you're going to forget, or when you literally know that if your limbs were not attached to you, you would not have them on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that. Like, people love to just try to make it seem like, oh my God, I have ADHD. Like, I just forget stuff, and then I'm just like so quirky and so weird and like, girl, like that is not what ADHD is. And like, also too, I can't wait because like, obviously nowadays they still don't have a lot of information on neurodivergence, especially ADHD, but I cannot wait till they do studies showing that ADHD people are not all the same. Not every single ADHD person is created equal. Like, I've had to have this conversation with medical professionals, like psychiatrists, therapists, multiple times. Like, it's just like, dude, I will tell them like, I had a conversation with a psychiatrist where he was just like, oh, so like, how are you with attention and stuff? And I'd be like, oh, you know, I can sit for like, you know, through a lecture, I can sit through a class period, I can listen and stuff like that. And he was like, really? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, okay, what about homework and stuff? And I was like, well, I can do my homework, I can write an essay, I can sit for a couple of hours and learn, or XYZ. And he was just like, so you can sit at a table for an hour or two and write an essay, you can do all that stuff? I was like, yeah. He was like, I don't think you have ADHD. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I didn't say it like that, but in my mind, I'm just like, baby. And at this time, I'm like 18. And I've been diagnosed since I was 5. It's been 13 years. I think I would know if I didn't have ADHD, babe. But he was just like, no, because you can sit and do classwork. You can pay attention. You're not hopping up, trying to leave and trying to go places all the time. And I'll be looking like, I didn't know that every single ADHD person had to be the exact same way for us to be able to be determined ADHD. Like I'm not understanding what your logic here. Like you're saying because I don't have to get up and fake go to the bathroom and fake going to the bathroom every 14 seconds. I don't have ADHD because I can sit and listen to a lecture and not get bored or want to dismiss it. That means I don't have ADHD. Like it's just so strange because I'm just like, what makes you think that? And I had to break it down for him. I was just like, as a matter of fact, you see the finished product of what I am. You know what I'm saying? You see the finished product of what I do. I've had to say this to my therapist as well. Like, you think that I'm like this regular neurotypical because I'm undetectable, but you're just now meeting me after knowing this and having this thing for 13 fucking years. You're just now meeting me. So of course you think, oh, you're so put together. You have everything together. Da, 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 da. I've had 13 years to perfect my craft. Of course you think I'm exceptional. Well, for one, I am. But for two, yeah, because I've had all these years to perfect what I am now. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, what was making me so mad about this conversation, it was just like, you make it seem like every neurodivergent is created equal, and we're not. Like, just because I can sit in a lecture and sit in a classroom for an hour and listen to a teacher talk, writing down notes and not trying to get up and run around and shit like that, what makes you think that I'm not interested in those things? What makes you think that learning wouldn't be something that I'll be hyper fixated on? Right. Like, aren't you a psychiatrist? Like, what are you talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? It would just make me so mad. Like, that whole conversation, like, eventually we reached I don't even remember if it was an agree to disagree or if he disagreed with me, but I was literally telling him, like, dude, of course I can sit in a classroom and listen to a lecture and write down notes. You want to know why? Because I enjoy school. I enjoy learning, picking up on information. And on top of that, I'm a nerd. I like to be a kid who gets straight A's all the time. So of course I'm going to listen to the lecture, because if I don't listen to this lecture, I know if I don't listen to this lecture, I don't write down all my notes, I don't write it in the way that I'll be able to understand it and pick up on it later. If I don't do all that stuff right now, then I'm literally not going to be able to do it later. I'm not going to be able to do the work. I'm not going to be able to do the homework. I'm going to be left behind. While these other kids, they can probably goof off and play around and not have anything to do, and they'll be perfectly fine. But that's not my reality. And so when we were having this conversation, I was just like, dude, I cannot wait for y'all to come out and have more studies on this, because y'all are not informed enough, and y'all need to be, because y'all are out here misdiagnosing motherfuckers, or telling people that they don't have shit, or telling people that they do have shit, and when they really fucking don't. Boom. Baby, I am flying through this. Hello. But it was just so fucking annoying. And then I had told my therapist, I was talking to her, and I told her about how I'm on the spectrum. And she was just like, she tried to argue me down. When I say argue me down, she tried to read me to filth for real. She was just like, you're not on the spectrum. Don't say that you're on the spectrum, not on the spectrum. And I was just like, yes, I am. And she was like, no. Then, people who have autism. I'm just like, first of all, having autism is not an insult, for one. For two, just because I'm not necessarily autistic doesn't mean that I'm not on the spectrum. ADHD is part of the spectrum, just like ADD is part of the spectrum, just like dyslexia is part of the spectrum. What are you talking about? And she was like, well, yeah, but I don't want you going around parading that. And I'm just like, I'm not parading anything. I'm just saying that I'm on the spectrum. I acknowledge that I'm on the spectrum, and I'm okay with being on the spectrum, even if I'm on the farther end of it. Like, they be making it seem like it's like this weird ass taboo thing. And it's just like, it's not. Y'all just think that it's so weird because y'all are in a neurotypical world, and y'all refuse to conform some things to neurodivergence. So it looks like, oh, everything is so much harder for us. Well, not looks like, but y'all make it seem like we are just so, I don't even want to say dumb, but they be making me feel like I'm dumb or I'm incapable. You know what I'm saying? And it's just not, it's not it. And like, I hate too, like, back to the trend thing, I hate that people are like, even the people who are talking about ADHD, unless you're like a therapist or like one of them pages that's like a mindfulness page, they don't really talk about the real shit. Like, you don't see girlies like me out there talking about it. And this is the reason why I wanted to become the ADHD baddie in the first fucking place, because I didn't want to continue to go through life of not being able to, have somebody to talk to about this, or have somebody to relate to when it came down to things. And a lot of people, when they meet me, I always am undetectable. So people, when they meet me, they'll be like, you got ADHD? And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, I would have never guessed that. I would have never known that. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm 13 years in the making. Well, I'm 23 now, 15 years in the making. So of course no. Wait a minute. I'm slow. I'm 23. 18 years in the making. There we go. Did I say it right? The last time 13 years, 5 plus? Yeah. Oh, look, Lord, I don't know. But like, yeah, I'm 18 years in the making. So people think that I'm like, people don't believe me when I tell them I have ADHD. And like, what was I saying? What was I saying? Oh, people don't believe me when I tell them that I have ADHD, and it's because I had to walk through life learning how to be a neurodivergent basically on my own. Like when I got diagnosed, they had to admit me into like a place called Rogers, like a insane asylum called Rogers, because they couldn't pinpoint what was actually wrong with me. Well, not wrong, but trying to figure out what was going on with me mentally. And like, when I went in there, they had to like basically write down all these things. I had ADHD, which is accompanied with anxiety and depression, and I had mood disorder. So it was just like a big ass bundle of fun time. You know what I'm saying? And so I didn't have anybody but myself to rely on. And even now, like there's not people who are representing ADHD in the form of everyday life, like being a person, navigating through the world. And that's why I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to be the first. I'm going to be the first. So people can see, for one, there's different types of ADHDers. And then for two, being a neurodivergent is not the end of the world. Like I've seen so many videos where it's just like people who are like, oh my God, being a neurodivergent is so hard. I wish I was a neurotypical, da da da. And I literally have to get into the comments and be like, dude, it's not that being a neurodivergent is hard. It's the fact that we are in a world that is not fitted for us. And especially if you're part of a certain demographic, it's even harder for you to manage the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, as a Black person, it's hard for me to manage, like the world is harder for me to navigate because the world is basically white people focused. You know what I'm saying? Like things like that. Or as a woman, I'm not able to fully take advantage of the system or navigate the world the same way in a man, because why? We live in a patriarchy. You know what I'm saying? Like as a person who grew up poor, I'm not able to have benefits or able to have access to so many things because I'm not wealthy. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're in a bubble in a society that does not basically accommodate you, of course everything seems like it's harder. And I just want people to know that it's not that difficult. You just have to figure out what works for you. You know what I'm saying? What is best for you. And what is best for you is to stay on your roller coaster. I be telling people all the time, staying on your roller coaster is how neurodivergents are going to go through the world. I just lied. I don't tell anybody that. I'm just telling y'all that right now. What was that? I tell myself that. I tell myself that. Myself and my multiple personalities. That's all the people. I tell us that. You know what I'm saying? That when it comes down to the neurotypical world, right? It's like the road is here, and then like our roller coaster is over here. Neurodivergents can go anywhere neurotypicals can go. However, you know how the neurotypicals are on the road? They're just driving. They're driving around with other people. They're going around bumps and roads and fucking speed bumps and stoplights and stop signs and skyscrapers. They're going around all those obstacles, right? As a neurodivergent, we can't be on the road with them. We'll still get to where we're going. But we have to stay on our tracks. And what I mean by that is that you build a roller coaster that keeps you in line with your routines, with your steps, what things work for you, your comfortability, all those things. You stay on your tracks and still get to where you need to go. So what does that mean? You can't just wake up and go to work. Okay. If you're like me, you can't just wake up and go to work. You have to plan your outfit out for the day before. Okay, plan your outfit out, plan your breakfast out, make sure that your alarms are set, and make sure that you're going to sleep at a good time. Make sure that you have your ASMR videos if that's what helps you go to sleep, or your little sleeping mask, or maybe your little serotonin or melatonin, whatever those pills are that help you sleep, or vitamins that help you sleep. That is what our roller coaster is. We still going to work. We still going to get ready for work on time. We're going to have breakfast in the morning. We still going to be at work. We're still going to have our outfits set out. But unlike neurotypicals, we can't just hop, skip, and a beat and do it. Why? Because when it comes down to everyday tasks, we get easily distracted. We have 1,000,001 things on our mind. Our mind is going 1,000,001 miles a minute. Like it's literally a lot more that we have to do, just because the world is not fitted for us. So I tell myself and my personalities, and I'm now telling y'all, that we have to stay on our roller coaster. Otherwise, you're going to be always drowning. All right, there we go. We're making some fucking progress, B. We're making some progress. We are making progress. Yeah. I get along with everyone, even ugly girls. I'm pretty and I'm smart and I get along with everyone, even ugly girls. This bench is giving me a run for my money. And this freaking concrete. Cause bitch, what are you talking about? Like, listen now. I know damn well, like, what do you mean? Like, I don't even look like the that's the it doesn't look like the bench because it's not the bench, bitch. It's the birdhouse. Next thing that I want to talk about is people who basically make it seem like it's hard to be in like relationships or have any type of relationship of any kind, like romantic, platonic, familial, with people who are on the spectrum or have ADHD or are neurodivergent or whatever, right? And it's not even the fact that it's hard to have like relationships with people who have ADHD or are on the spectrum. It's just the fact that you don't want to fix your behaviors. Y'all be trying to apply neurotypical behaviors or just nonchalant, not giving a fuck ass behaviors to neurodivergent people. And that's just not how the world works. That's just not how we work. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, if I tell you I'm uncomfortable being around XYZ person and you push me to be around that person, of course I'm not gonna want to hang out with you again. Why? Because as a neurodivergent, we, like, at least with me, I get anxiety really bad. I don't need nothing thrown off my motherfucking chakras, okay? I got enough going on. When I say enough, I got enough going on. The last thing that I need is a friend that's putting me in stressful, anxiety-ridden situations, bringing me around bad monitor spirits. Like, and as an empath, like, I can feel the uggo before it even give me the jump scare. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can feel bad energy before I even approach this person. You know what I'm saying? And like, I get bad vibes from people all the time. And so if I'm telling you, I don't want to be around this person, I don't trust this person, this individual is XYZ to me, I don't want you trying to pressure me to be around that type of person. Or if I'm telling you, this is how something makes me feel, I have to do XYZ before I can go anywhere. You're basically dismissing that. It's just like, why would I want to be around you? Why would I want to hang with you? Why would I want to do anything that's going to raise my anxiety, raise my frustrations? You know what I'm saying? And as somebody with mood disorder, what's accompanied with anxiety and depression, like, I don't need shit triggering me, not even a little bit, not even on the side, not even for play. You know what I'm saying? And people will try to make it seem like you're weird or crazy because you set those boundaries. But like, as a neurodivergent, I have to look out for myself. If I don't look out for myself, who's gonna look out for me? Exactly. So it's like, I hate when people try to make it seem like it's so difficult. And growing up, bless my mama heart, but like, growing up with her, she made it seem like I was the problem a lot of the times. And it was just like, no, I would just tell you certain things, or I would tell you to leave me be, or I would expect you not to do certain things with me, and you will still do it. And me being a child, of course, I'm thinking I'm going to be the problem because, as a child, your whole idea is to aim to please your parents. But as I became an adult, I was just like, no, you do XYZ. You've done XYZ. You've been XYZ type of way. You need to take accountability, and I want y'all to also know, like, be willing to let go of relationships. Even if somebody is someone who you care about, and even if they're not a bad person, just because you let go of somebody, or just because you don't let somebody be in your life, that doesn't necessarily make them a bad person. Like, I had to learn that the hard way. Like, I was trying to hold on to the relationship that I had with my mom for years. We used to get into it all the time. And it wasn't until I moved out, and it wasn't until recently, like last year, that I decided, like, you might not be a bad person and you weren't the worst mother in the world, because obviously I've learned a lot and I actually had some really beautiful moments with you, but you trigger me. You make me feel like XYZ. You bring this certain type of thing out of me. When I think of you, the first thought that comes to my mind is not a good one. When I'm around you, I feel like I'm walking on eggshells. You bring me anxiety. You bring me stress. Even if you're not a necessarily bad person, your actions negatively affect me. The fact that I have to think about how our interaction is going to go before we even have the interaction, like, not just, oh, what are we going to talk about? More like, how is this conversation going to go? If I say this, or if I bring up this type of person, or if I say this type of thing, how is this going to go? If I call out your bullshit or whatever behaviors that you do towards me, like, how is that going to go? Like, and the fact that brings me anxiety and stress, I don't care how good of a person that you are. I don't care how many people love you. I don't give a damn. If you're somebody who's going to cause rifts and waves in my nice little calm tide pool, I'm going to go ahead and let him go. And I know that it's hard, especially when it comes down to parental relationships, because like, you want to have a relationship with your parents, just like your parents want to have a relationship with their kids. But it's just like, you have to pick what's best for you. And what's best for me is making as little stress as possible. And I use my best friend's relationships as a perfect example of how all my relationships should be. I express a concern, my best friends hear it, they adhere to it, and we learn and we grow, and vice versa. I do the exact same thing for them, even though my best friends are not neurodivergent. Like I still apply those same thing, that same rhetoric to my relationships. I'm just so blessed and grateful that I have them, because now I can compare and contrast. I can definitely say, oh no, you did this thing to me, I don't need you to be in my life. You are doing these things to me and I don't need you around. I have to protect my mental health at all costs, because at the end of the day, no matter what you do, I'm responsible for me and me alone. And any actions that I commit on my own fruition is my fault only. You shouldn't have that much control over me. So instead of me keeping myself in a negative situation with a person that gives me negative energy or just makes negative experiences in my life, instead of me dealing with that, I'd much rather just cut you off. No matter what you are, who you are to me, I don't really give a damn. I would much rather just get rid of you. And it's not necessarily meaning that you're a bad person or that everything that you're doing is bad, but your behaviors are causing effects on me that are not positive. And I do not want that type of thing in my life. And people will try to make it seem like you're sensitive or difficult or whatever. And it's just like, honestly, let them. Bitch, okay? What about it? I'm sensitive, bitch. Call me Sensitive Sally. Hello? Sensitive Savannah. Fuck, I really, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta just not give a fuck, because at the end of the day, you're not gonna be in my life anyway. So who gives a damn if you think that I'm sensitive? See, those words right there, that rhetoric right there is the reason why you're getting cut off in the first place. And ever since I've learned that and grown from that, y'all, I've been such a happier person. My mental health has just been skyrocketed. Like, people, I tell people all the time, I don't talk to nobody in my family for real. Like, I might see them every now and again, maybe on a holiday. I might call you once every 3 years or so, check in on you. So I barely talk to them. The only people that I really talk to is my little sister. I have to protect me at all costs, because at the end of the day, if I fall under, if my boat tip over, ain't nobody coming to save me. If I have holes in my boat and I'm sinking, nobody's coming to save me. Okay? I'm like fucking what was her name? What was her name? Oh my God. I'm like Aunt Josephine from Series of Unfortunate Events, where she was just like sinking. The leeches! I don't need the fucking leeches coming and putting holes in my boat. No banana for you. I have no banana in my boat for you. I have no leeches coming to put holes in my boat. Absolutely not. I'm gonna float my ass right to the next island. Hello? Like, I have to make sure that I'm looking out for myself, because if I don't, who the fuck else is going to do it? And so I encourage y'all to do the exact same thing, because having relationships with neurodivergence is not hard. Just like having a relationship with a neurotypical is not hard. You just have to make sure that you are adhering the behaviors that match that person, and you have to be willing to do it. And it's not hard work. That's the thing. It's not hard work. If my best friend tells me something, hey, best, I would like if you did this. Hey, best, I would prefer if you did this. I'd be like, hey, I care about you. I want our relationship to work. I want us to have a good interaction with each other every time we see each other. This is not difficult for you to ask this of me, you know? But if people are making you feel difficult, you have to stop looking at what the relationship is and rather if you want it or not. That's what you need to start doing. That's what helped me. Basically sitting down with myself and being like, okay, who is this person to me? Nah, stop thinking about that. Who gives a fuck with who this person is to you? What is this relationship like for you? Is it mostly positive experiences? When you think of, oh, if I have a major event going on, I want to invite this person. Would you try to invite that person out of obligation, out of guilt, or would you invite them because you genuinely want them to be there? Right. Are you following me? Do you really want to care about this person? When you think of this individual, what feelings do you get? Do you get a sunken feeling? Do you get a guilty feeling? Do you get an upset feeling? And after I started checking those boxes off and being like, I have to question if I want to invite you somewhere special. Anytime I think of you, I get anxiety and guilt. You're triggering me. I don't give a damn who you are. I don't give a damn what we've done. I don't give a fuck how many good experiences we've had together. As sad as it is to let go of those beautiful memories, you're not good for me. And instead of going and trying to run and ask the snake why it bit me, I'm just going to go and get the antivenom. Okay? That's why I still get jealous. Release me. Wait, hold on. Spoke too soon. Hello. Come on, period. It's me, Sanctuary. I am all over the place right now, bro. Like, yeah, look at that. Okay, look. Hey, we are making some progress. I hope that whatever I'm telling y'all is actually helpful and that y'all are actually able to take these tips and apply to your life and just make yourself just feel better about being a neurodivergent, because there's nothing wrong with us. There's nothing wrong with us. We belong here, and you don't have to be a neurotypical to enjoy life. I wouldn't want to be nobody but me. No matter what hardships I go through, no matter what I've experienced, no matter what, I wouldn't want to be nobody but my damn self. And speaking of advice, one of the worst advice that like neurotypicals often give neurodivergent, which is so fucking annoying, is like the just do it. Like, oh, just do it. Just go, just do it. Just do it. Bitch, do I look like Nike to you? No. Okay? Listen, I might be something that start off with an N, but it's not Nike. Don't tell neurodivergents just do it. Don't you think that if I could just do it, I would have done it? You're not fucking funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't do things the same way that y'all do. And that's the reason why I can't wait for y'all to see the other videos that I have planned out for us, for you guys to see, for things that I apply to my life. But I'll talk about, just touch base a little bit on one of them here. For my neurodivergence, if you want to just do it, I encourage you to embrace like impulsivity. Like when you are sitting around, impulsivity, our motivation comes randomly. It comes randomly. At least mine does, right? So I'll use myself as a perfect example. When I am like sitting in my living room, right? Let's just say I'm sitting in my living room and I'm watching a TV show. It can be 10:37 at night. I get the instinct urge to unload my dishwasher. So what the heck do? I stop my fucking show right in the middle of it, and I go unload the dishwasher. Why? Because the motivation to want to do a chore is probably not going to come again tonight. But the entertainment that I'm going to get from that show, that interest that I'm going to have in that show will not fade. But the chore to unload the dishwasher will. So what do? I pause my show and I go and act on that impulse of getting a chore done. It's going to take me 5 minutes. I do that one chore that felt like it was going to take 5 hours, but it only took 5 minutes. Do the chore, be done, go right back to my show. And now my chore is done and I can enjoy my show. And I'll touch base more on that in later videos. But like, when it comes down to neurotypicals giving advice, bitch, don't think it in the way of a neurotypical. Just try to put yourself in somebody else's shoes and figure out how they would navigate the world differently. And this is the reason why I love the ADHD adventures, because people are able to see in the mind of an everyday neurodivergent and how we actually navigate the world. Something that's just like, for a neurotypical would be a regular, I gotta go to the grocery store, I gotta go to the bank, and then I have to go to the post office. Neurotypical probably like, okay, I did those 3 things today. For a neurodivergent, it's just like, fuck, bro. I have to go to the grocery store, I have to go to the bank, and I gotta go to the post office. Okay, which one is first? Which one's gonna be more overstimulating? Okay, which one do I gotta do more with? Okay, which one's late is open later? Okay, so the post office is closer, so I'll go to the post office, and then the bank is closer than that, so then I'll go to the bank, and also I don't have to worry about groceries being in my car all day. So then after that, I'll go to the grocery store later in the day when it's not that many people, and I'll go in there, get my stuff, check out, come back home, and I'll be good. Also, make sure that it's not too hot, so I'm not hot and sweating when I'm doing all this stuff. Okay, that's just a small snippet of what goes through our minds on just everyday tasks, everyday errands, doing all those little things. So like, neurotypicals, I fucking hate when y'all just try to tell us to just do something as if we're trying to forcefully not do. Like, if you don't have executive dysfunction, then you wouldn't fucking understand, okay? If you don't get decision paralysis, you wouldn't understand. You know what I'm saying? So quit telling people to just do it. How about you just do yourself? Hello? How about you just do not speak? Fuck. Okay, I done found every single other piece besides the one that I'm looking for. What you got going on? Girl, where is your mama at? I have not found it. What the flirt? We. We getting her done. Hold on, is this my piece? Yeah, boom shakalaka! Oh my god, yeah, we're getting it done. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'll be ready to beat my brain's ass, because why the hell do you remember like a song that I wrote in 2002? I was 1, but whatever. 2002, but you can't remember what we were supposed to do yesterday? You can't remember what we were supposed to do when we walked through this room from out the bathroom into the living room? Now we forgot what we were supposed to be doing? Like, I don't understand that. Like, and then on top of that too, like, what your brain picks and chooses what traumatizes you. Oh, okay. I can't forget about the literal time that my brother literally threw powder on me, but I can forget about the most precious time that I had with a best friend when I was in 2nd grade. Okay, I can't forget all those embarrassing conversations that I've had that I probably overthought about, which people probably didn't think about. But the times that I talked too much, or the times that I had embarrassing moments, I can't forget those. but I can forget when I messed up on a recipe. You're not choosing. You're not. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, what you got going on? Like, what? Like, no. And you know how they be saying, like, you know, the brain sometimes it makes you forget things because it's just too traumatizing. Like, for instance, giving birth, your brain makes you forget the pain immediately. It gives you instant amnesia because if you actually sat in the pain that you just experienced, if you didn't do drugs, you just went unmedicated. Giving birth, if you would have did that, baby, your ass would probably have a heart attack and die. So you can do that. You can do that. But you can't memorize the dictionary? Like, girl, make it make sense. No, you don't go. That's not the. Wait a minute. Dude, listen to me. Like, brain, you couldn't put those two pieces together until now. I don't know why I didn't think, oh, maybe it could be vertical, Koi. And by the way, if you don't remember what vertical or horizontal is, vertical, vagina. Yeah, you're welcome. But like, I don't understand it about the brain. Like the brain, I cannot wait until we fully discover it. And then we're probably not gonna fully understand the brain in my lifetime. But damn it, I hope that they do it in the next one. Because baby, we need to know. Okay, the fact that we only use how much? 10%, 20%, 30%? I can't remember the percentage of how much of our brain that we use. But like the fact that we only use a certain percentage of it, we need to get that together. Because baby, I need to unlock the holy grail. What was that movie that not Jennifer Aniston, I'm sick. Jennifer Aniston? Who the fuck is Black Widow? What's her name? Her. Whatever that movie was. Jane or Lucy, I think it was. Yeah, her. I need to be like that. Okay, I need to have the bionic brain. Hello? Moving on. Can we talk about how hard it is for communications as a neurodivergent? Like the overthinking alone. Just to send an email. I used to have emails sitting when I used to be at my corporate job. I used to have emails sitting for like, I don't even know, 30 minutes, just trying to think about what I was going to say. Just my opening line. I'd be like, I'm going to say, do I say hello? Do I say greetings? Do I say, you know what I'm saying? Like just sitting there being like, okay, what do I say to this? Especially when it was a frustrating email or irritating email. For one, I had to calm the hell down so I didn't lose my job because I was going to cuss somebody out. But like, when it came down to just emails in general, I just didn't know what to say, especially when you have to use corporate jargon all the damn time. Instead of just saying, hey, yeah, I completed that. You literally have to be like, well, at 10:18 this morning, I did complete this task that you did appoint to me last evening. It's just like, bitch, I got it done. Why can't we just say that? You know what I'm saying? And then it was so crazy, they be cussing in corporate. So I'm just like, why the fuck we can't say bitch, fuck shit? You know what I'm saying? In an email. And I'm just playing. But you know, like, I don't know. Like, you know, that was actually a culture shock for me. When I literally went to my first, like, it wasn't my first corporate job, but like my first big girl corporate job. Like, when I went there and I was talking to the people, bro, the first time I met my boss, he was just like, oh my gosh, hi, I'm so happy that you're here. And I was just like, nice to meet you. And then he was just like, I'm so fucking glad you're here. And I was like, so fucking girl, I thought that I was hanging around with the naughty kids. I was just like, fucking. Because my previous corporate job, they were so big on like, don't swear, you guys, because, you know, we were in customer service. So they was just like, don't swear, you guys, because if you swear, you can slip up and say that to a member, which I completely understood. So I just thought that it was just taboo to curse in general inside of a job. You meet your boss, the CEO, and the first thing he says, I'm so fucking glad you're here. Baby, he a sailor for real. Call him Sailor Moon. Like, baby, what are you talking? He just basically just, I'm like, oh, I'm with the adults now. But like, literally just sending an email can be so overwhelming sometimes. Like, I don't know. Y'all let me know if y'all experience that same thing. I'm pretty sure you do. If you get anxiety about communication just in general or just socializing in general, it's just a lot. Even though I'm a socialite myself and I really don't get that anxious when it comes out to talking to people, I still just don't be knowing what the hell I want to say. I literally just got done spending like the last freaking 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 10,000 minutes, okay, trying to find the piece that was a fountain and the freaking sunflower piece. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. The freaking, this piece, right? I thought this whole time, oh, like, you know, these two, they don't go together. I could have swore I already tried that. Okay. But literally, I got up trying to find the piece. I thought I was missing a piece and all the extra stuff. And it's actually worth it. I did get up because I was missing a piece that fell outside. But anyways, still, I was trying to put these two together, find a piece that was in between these two. And this motherfucker was the piece the whole time. Like, dude, let's freaking talk about why doing the simplest task as a neurodivergent ends up becoming like this long journey. Like, baby, why the hell me trying to do the damn laundry turning me to go into Jumanji? Like I didn't even pull the board out. How the hell did I end up in Jumanji? Okay, it goes from doing the laundry to making a list to end up on Instagram, to end up on Facebook, to end up on TikTok. Well, not Facebook, so I don't even go on Facebook, but end up on all these places, right? Then looking up who the fuck is George Clooney, and then all this other shit, and then eventually you come back to laundry, and it's already been 45 minutes. Like, yeah, I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Don't ask me. Okay, don't ask me a damn thing. There we go. All right. We making some progress. Hold on, let me show you. Hold on, let me make sure I see this. Yeah, we making progress, baby. Look at that. Oh yeah. My dumb ass is just not freaking learning. Like, just start twisting, Koi, bro. Just twist. It's so crazy. I rarely ever do puzzles, but like, I see why. But like, I rarely ever do puzzles, but literally my brain is just not even computed. Just twist it, Koi. Turn it. Try to do a little loop-de-loop. Maybe that's the reason why you can't find the piece. It's probably right there in front of your face. You just probably got it vertical rather than horizontal. You connect in some way. I just gotta, yeah. Dude, let's freaking talk about time blindness for real. Because why is that a thing? Like, time blindness is a real fucking thing. Like, it is so crazy to me. Like, literally, you would think that for a neurodivergent, like, oh, okay, it's gonna take me like 20 minutes. It's been 2 hours. Oh, I haven't been on there that long. Until you start timing yourself. When you start timing yourself, then you be like, what the fuck? Like, I'll be starting to put timers on myself just to see how long it's taking me. And I'm like, okay, it's going to take me an hour to do this. Or I'll put 2 hours on the clock. It's already been an hour and 45 minutes. What do you mean I started this 15 minutes ago? Like, that's why IEPs are so important. Oh my God. Why IEPs are so important. If you don't know what an IEP is, it's basically a thing where you have like a set, what do you call it? It's like a set list of accommodations that you need for like testing, work, stuff like that. And so when I would take tests, I would have like an extra, like, say if the regular kids are like an hour and a half, I'll probably like have like 2 hours or like 2 hours and a half, you know what I'm saying? 2.5 hours or whatever. I said that's so weird, but like that would kind of be what it is. And it's because for neurodivergence, like so many things happen in our brains, and like I might have to reread a question like 5 times in order to understand what it's asking me. That's what used to get me real bad on tests, like understanding what it's asking me, not necessarily that I don't know the answer, just what answer are you looking for, you know? And like as a neurodivergent, it would just take me a while, so we would get extra time. But like it's because of time blindness. Like we really are bad at telling the time and keeping time and really just being able to stick to everything being on time. That's why a lot of neurodivergents can also be late sometimes. That's why alarms are so important. And like prepping your routine, sticking to a routine and preparing and planning ahead. Because with us, if you try to say, oh yeah, it's gonna take me 5 minutes, bitch, that's 25 minutes instead. You know what I'm saying? 5 minutes in neurodivergent is 25 minutes. But like we have no perception of time for real. And that's the reason why we need to keep those programs, because they're so important. But of course, the orange head inside of the fucking Oval Office right now is doing whatever the fuck he want to do to keep people stupid. So please know, if you're a foreigner, American, we didn't vote for this. Well, I didn't. Okay? The 92% didn't. We tried to tell y'all asses. But so many people are choking on racism, they just can't help themselves. They have to stick it through. They got to see it through. And baby, what do you do with that? What do you do with that? I hope that eventually we can get him out of here, get him impeached or something. I don't even understand why he's able to get away with as much shit as he got away with this far. To be honest with you, like I've literally been asking like the representatives and stuff, like how the fuck is he able to come after birthright citizenship? How is he able to come after deporting American citizens? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how is he able to do all this shit? How is he able to go in and change this and change? And I understand they're saying they're fighting him in the courts and stuff like that. He shouldn't even be allowed to do all of that. If he's able to make all this stuff happen, if he's able to do all these things and enact all these policies, we need to look at how much our president has power, because we literally fought Britain so we can be separated, so we can have a democracy. What the fuck y'all got going on? But I hope they don't take away those IEP programs, because them shits literally got me through school. Having that extra time, I was just as smart as the other kids. I just interpret information differently. And because of that difference, I needed those accommodations. It's just so fucking annoying. I'm not gonna make a whole political rant. Okay, we have fun working over here. Y'all better be appreciating this video, damn it. Putting in all this extra brain power. No, I'm just playing. Or am I? This fountain, dude. Oh my gosh, just like any piece can be the piece. Oh. Okay. Yeah. I need to calm down. My brain is just like working overtime trying to get this motherfucker right. Why aren't you this piece? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why aren't you this piece? Like, I know why you're not, but why aren't you? I'm gonna make it do what it do, baby. I'm gonna make it do what it do. Just you? Just you? I know that's you? No. No, that ain't done here. Oh. But it is his cousin Tyrone. I cannot wait until, like, I'm speaking into existence. Like, I just cannot wait until, like, I have a team and I'm able to do these videos and they're able to capture, like, multiple angles and give me my questions and things like that. Like, and where I wouldn't have to deal with loud ass cars because I'll have an actual studio that is soundproof, like, and air conditioned. Well, this is air conditioned, but still, like, I just can't wait. Like, I can see it. Like, that's one thing I love about being a neurodivergent. Like, my freaking imagination is wild. It is so vivid. Like, I can feel the feelings of when I actually get there. Like, I don't know, timestamp for Koi. Like, when you actually have your team in a few years and you're looking back on this moment where you was just a small YouTuber girly who didn't have much, but you tried to make it work with whatever the fuck you had. I'm proud of you, girly pop. We are doing the damn thing. And I can't wait until I'm congratulating myself for real. Oh yeah, I'm making this fountain my bitch. Like, y'all see all these little pieces? This water? It's stressing me out. The gazebo piece, I had it all the way up here. Wonder where it fit. Right there. It's kind of hard to see with my lights, but yeah, we getting somewhere. For sure. The girly pops who be having like long skincare routines and stuff. I be like, girl, I be forgetting to eat. How do you remember to even do all that? Do you write it down? Like, do they be having like 19 million different little items? And I'd be like, do you really need that much stuff on your skin? Like, I feel like as a neurodivergent, I would get so overwhelmed with that. Like, I feel like the sensory overload would be too much for me. All that product that they be putting on their face. Like, don't get me wrong. I am a proud supporter of skincare. It's just, I don't know, like all the stuff they be doing and all the steps they be having to remember, I'll be like, baby, I'll be grateful if I just remember to drink some water today. Wouldn't you shake a poor sinner's hand? No, I will not. I don't know why they shaked. I don't know why they shook the Shadow Man's hand, personally. So I'm just like, nigga, you just look like a demon. You look like a demon. I don't know why they thought, oh yeah, let me do it. Well, I know why Lawrence big ass did it, because Lawrence ain't had shit to lose. You know what I'm saying? But Naveen though, I'm like, what did you think? Maybe because he like played around with them or something, or I don't really know. Maybe because he like was showing them what they may want. But yeah, like at the end, the little puppets are just like, some, you got what you wanted, boom, 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 but you lost what you had. That's why I be telling motherfuckers, be grateful for what you got. Okay, of course, always aspire to be more. Of course, go out of your way and take the risk, take that trip, get into that relationship, fly to Paris, make out with that man on the boat, you just never know. Have some fun, but also have fun, but comma. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure that you're looking out for yourself in that sense where, you appreciate what you do have. Like, I'll literally wake up in the morning and sometimes just during out the day, I'll be like, okay, God, thank you so much for giving me the motivation for flossing my teeth today, because that's why I got 5 cavities now. I'll literally just be sitting in my room or sitting in my living room and being like, damn, I got a roof over my head. Damn, I got food on my plate. I have air conditioning. I have Wi-Fi. I have heat. I have a couch to sit on, TV to watch. I got all this stuff. Like, I just have to grasp onto those little moments, because I remember when I was a kid, there was a lot of things that I didn't get to have. I didn't have freaking laptops and tablets and a nice mirror and a nice camera setup, and being able to do things and try new foods and just the bare minimum shit. Like, when you grow up privileged, you don't know how much you miss out on, like how many other children miss out on things. But like, I told myself, even when I do get wealthy and all that stuff, I'm never going to forget where I came from, and I'm never going to forget how amazing it is that I have these things. Like, even now, knowing that I've been through homelessness and been through, having to wait until a certain date of the month to get food, and wondering if our life's gonna get cut off, wondering if we're gonna lose our house, wondering if our Wi-Fi is gonna get cut off, having to walk to the library every single day just to get access to the internet, while regular kids have that every single day. Like, it's something that I never want to take for granted ever, because I never want to be the person to just be like, yeah, this is whatever. Of course you're supposed to have those things, but I never want to take that stuff for granted. I want to be grateful for every single thing that I have, because there are some people out there who don't have it. On top of that too, I never want to be a cocky motherfucker to ever think that this shit can go away tomorrow, because it definitely can. You never know. The government can get you mixed up with somebody else, and next thing you know, all your accounts is frozen. Now look at you, destitute. And I feel like there's such a weirdness, I don't know, I don't want to say bad, but to me it feels like there's such a negativity around cockiness. Don't get me wrong, be confident. Nobody's telling you to be humble all the fucking time, but what I am saying is it's just something so weird to me about being cocky, because cocky to me is just so aligned with arrogance. And with me, people who are like that, it almost always turns out that they're a piece of shit individual. You know what I'm saying? They're always somebody who treats people a certain type of way or acts a certain, you know what I'm saying? It just, every single time I think about that, I always think about those type of people, and they always turn out to be the exact same way. I don't know. You can still acknowledge that, yeah, I am attractive. Yeah, I am smart. Yeah, I am wealthy. Yeah, I am successful. You can still make sure that you say those things and not dumb yourself down to make another motherfucker feel better. But people who are overtly, over the top cocky, always talking about what they have and what others don't, you know what I'm saying? It's just so strange to me. I don't know, some people say that people are overcompensating for something, but I just think that being overly cocky and being too arrogant about life, I don't know, I feel like those people are either always missing something in life, or they got their reckoning coming from when they leave this earth. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to ever be attached to that. So, yeah. All right, y'all. I'm literally getting so close to being done. So I'm literally about to just finish up all the last little pieces, and then I'll show y'all the finished product. Aw, shoot. Last 2 pieces, beat. Yeah. And yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. And just like that, we are all done. Guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed this rambling video while I built this puzzle. Don't even ask me how long this took me, baby, because I don't even want to tell y'all. Go ahead and guess it in the comments, okay? But I'll say that I did it in 30 minutes. I'm a genius. But anyways, I love you guys very, very much. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Hi, I am Koi. Baby, you know that you love me because you're already at the end. So go ahead and hit that button and enjoy the society. Okay, I love you guys once again, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.